Water Management Features Part 4, the case study, the Kissimmee River. So the Kissimmee River is found on south central Florida, and its source is the East Lake Tohopegaliga. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And the mouth is Lake Okeechobee. So here's a map for you to maybe understand. This is the Lake Okeechobee, and this is like its source. So basically, the Kissimmee River was channelized and straightened, providing a canal for draining floodwater and to improve flood protection for the nearby inhabitants. So the original river was like, for example, this blue, just kind of looking, it looked kind of like the blue line here. And it was channelized because the nearby, like the floodplain, flooded pretty frequently, and the population was really affected from it. So it was channelized to a straight channel like this one. But many problems were caused, such as loss of wetlands, reduction of wading birds and decline in fish, a dried up floodplain, pollution into the Lake Okeechobee due to the straightening. So the river lost its detoxifying function. And fishing, birdwatching, hunting, and tourism declined. So the new ecosystem with channelization wasn't very sustainable. There were many problems that weren't really expected. And so they said, okay, we have to restore this river back to its normal natural flow. So like the thing that we started with. And this is called dechannelization. Backfilling half of the flood control channel and re-establishing natural water flow. So basically they wanted to semi-channelize it at the end. So they didn't dechannelize everything, but almost everything. But of course there were many costs and benefits to this dechannelization act. So costs, money, of course, $414 million. Time, I think it took 11 years to fully dechannelize the river. So from 1999 to 2010. And there was a loss of water, so there were greater evaporation because the surface area was increased flood risk. So I mean, it kind of went back to the beginning situation before channelization. And less navigable river. So this is basically that we lost control of it by dechannelizing the river. Benefits: decreased pollution of the Lake Okeechobee. So the river gained its detoxifying function back. The natural river ecosystem came back. Nutrient filtration. Increased recreational use such as hunting and fishing. Ecotourism, local economies benefit from ecotourism. And biodiversity was restored. So wading birds came back, fish, waterfowl, and the O2 levels doubled in the water. Also, that really benefits the biodiversity of the river. So to recap, like the river was first meandering, and this caused many floods basically, and that was a big problem. And so they channelized the river, but many problems were caused by this channelization. So they decided to de-channelize it, except some residential areas, but like 95% of it was de-channelized. Again, back to this meandering natural flow of the river. So lessons learned from this project basically were integrated management and ecosystem restoration has to become a political priority. Establishing a recognizable identity and developing key messages about the ecosystem for the public eye is important. So to inform people about what is going on. Balance between building an agreement and advocacy. So all factors also should be considered when channelizing a river or just taking action. An integrated holistic approach, looking at the big picture and considering all aspects for sustainability. So this also kind of intervenes with the IDBM that we talked about in part 2, where many aspects like social, economical, should be considered when taking action. And also legal protection for the biodiversity and the ecosystem and wildlife, of course, and also for the population nearby. So in general, the sustainability concerns after the channelization of the Kissimmee River led to the de-channelization of it.